Now to this morning's bright spot. A Redondo Beach singer has been cheering up his neighbors by performing nightly shows during quarantine.
And he just finished his 100th show. Now, we first interviewed Dennis McNeil back in April, and we're so happy to see him again this morning. Dennis, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Michelle. It's so good to see you guys again.
Belen's joining us too, and you're going to hear from her. Hey, Belen. Dennis, you found a cool way to bring people together, really from all over the world. One person telling you that you really built a sense of community. Can you talk about the kinds of reaction that you received?
I have to say, it's overwhelming, the reaction. You see behind me a bunch of cards. I've gotten literally hundreds of thank yous and personal kind of testimonials of how I was a bright spot in an otherwise dark day for someone, people in the hospital, people dealing with tragedy, and then just people like the rest of us shut in at home and sheltering. But we managed to get, I found that I fulfilled a need, I guess. And we did. We created sort of a community and a family out of a need in these very, very unusual times.
And Dennis, you've made so many of us, so many people feel better about what's going on. Are there any particular standout shows for you? You did mention you did something different in the wake of the George Floyd protests.
Yeah, there was a day called Blackout Tuesday where performers decided not to perform that day, whatever they were doing, and I decided, instead of just not performing and not having a show, I had a show anyway. And we sat for 30 minutes in silence. And it's emotional even to think about it, but that my neighbors sat with me and we shed a tear, we laughed, but we basically just sat for a half hour. And the community, there were close to 100 people joining us live on Facebook, maybe more. And the commentary, there were 300 or 400 comments, but the commentary that came with it was just love and support and the need for change. And it was a dark spot in our lives, but it was a poignant moment that we could all share together.
Hey, Dennis, we're hearing that these shows are no longer going to go on after 100 shows. Many artists, not putting you on the spot, but many artists retire only to have a big comeback tour. Is that what's going to happen with you?
Yeah, just like so I started out as Skinny Elvis, and I'm coming back now with an extra 20 COVID pounds. I'm going to come back as Fat Elvis.
Very funny.
But yeah, you know, you just played Mayor Garcetti saying that we're on the brink of really being completely shut back down, and I created a Facebook group just to keep the community together and keep the conversation going. And the need is still there. The desire for that community is still there. It's not about me. It's really about this group being together. It's literally hundreds of people around the world, and I have to come back. Maybe not every day. 100 shows in a row left me. I think it became more about quantity than quality, and I think my health was starting to feel it a little bit.
So it's a good time to maybe
refreshed and ready.
You got to regroup and maybe build your repertoire again. And, you know, we can't wait to see you when you come back. And, you know, you've made such a huge impact in not only our lives here in Southern California, but around the world. Thank you for brightening our day. Can you give us maybe just a little more? Maybe this morning you'll sing for us here and for our viewers.
One more song.
Absolutely. Now, look, I was thinking the song I was planning to sing is What the World Needs Now is Love by my old friend Hal David and Burt Bacharach. But then you said it's National Moon Day. So I'm going to sing Moon River.
Take it away.
Thank you. Moon River, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, the world. There's such a lot of world to see. Thank you, guys. Moon River.
Thank you, Dennis.
Bravo, bravo.
Bravo, Dennis. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate everything that you've done for our community. Again, as Belen mentioned, for the world. We will be right back with more news, weather, and traffic after.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, guys.